Welcome to Dolly Talk. This is Dolly. How is everybody doing? We have the Christopher Keller shot in the ass trial starting now. We did day one yesterday. Got through the police and his sister and the victim testified. We have Mama Bear coming up and one other witness on day two, and then closing. So let us begin. Hey, Texas, how you doing? Scott, nice to see you. Okay.
Okay, you're safe. And two. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, most of the thinking. Okay, that's right. You said it's things. No. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Thanks, girl.
Wonder what that was about.
And we recall.
Seem to be walking
State of
okay.
Texas versus Christopher Keller, present with his attorney and the state's attorney. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Defense, ready? Good. Yo,
Defense.
defense, ready, Tom?
Always ready, Your
All
Honor.
right, bring the jury in.
Just say
Thank
yo,
you.
defense.
Defense, ready, Tom?
Always ready.
Good. Yo, defense, ready, Tom?
Always ready, Your
All
Honor.
right, bring the jury in. Thank you.
Jesus. He's now saying yo.
Appreciate it.
And I even stood up when I said,
That's awfully, that makes one of us. Let's make one of you standing up. Thank you.
the Air Force doesn't look that bad at this point, Judge. She's your last witness of that.
I've been,
Thank you.
yeah, I know the point if somebody wants to join the Smokey the Bear Club, I'll use that as a good excuse for resetting.
Hey, bye, friend. Hey, Justin.
The record will show that the jury is also present. All parties are present. State, call your next witness.
Nothing called Charlotte Gidry.
Yeah, Justin, briefly. As they walked by, they came in from the door and
Please raise your hand. You solemnly swear or
Very
affirm
old.
the testimony that you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Please have a seat. Okay.
whoa. How's it hanging, ma'am?
Turn the microphone towards your voice, please. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You can move the chair up closer if you need to. Oh, it's a very big chair. There you go. All right.
Yo, Zach.
So 2 things. When you speak into the microphone so that we can all hear you, okay? And then every time I ask you a question, I'm going to need you to answer verbally. No uh-hs, no shaking of the head, okay?
Okay. Good. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Could you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
I'm Charlotte Gidry.
There you go. Perfect. Loud enough. Are you the mother of Joseph Williams?
Yes, I'm Joseph Williams' son.
Are you the mother of Kiera Gidry?
Yes, I'm her mother.
Do you know Christopher Keller?
Yes.
Is he in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Could you point to him and identify him by an article of clothing? What is he wearing?
Why?
May the record reflect you identified the defendant,
Yes, sir.
Christopher Keller.
He dated my daughter.
How long did the date do you think?
A good while. More than like 2 years. 2 years.
Okay, and you were familiar with him while they were dating?
Yes,
Did you like him?
yes.
Do you know why they broke up?
Well, it really wasn't a breakup. They always break up and get back together.
Okay, that's just not the nature of the relationship.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kind of on again, off again.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mhm.
October of 2023, were you living at the Avery Trace apartment?
Yes, I was.
Okay, which apartment were you living in? Do you remember?
I'm not gonna even lie to you. I don't remember the apartment number, but I know I stayed there for building 6 apartment. I think apartment 201, building 6.
So, and your window got shot that day, right? On October 3rd of 2023? Is that correct?
Yes,
At your apartment window?
yes,
I'm just for purposes of knowing which apartment. I'm sure you take exhibit number 73. If this is your window, you would have been in building 6, is that right?
yeah. That's what I said. Building 6.
Clarifying for you.
No problem.
How long had you lived there, do you think?
About 4 years.
Did you live alone or did you live with someone?
I lived with my husband.
Did you ever watch your grandchildren in that house or in that apartment?
Yes,
How often would you say that you watched your grandchildren?
every day.
So they were over there frequently.
Yes, ma'am.
On October 3rd of 2023, was your daughter over at your apartment?
Yes,
Do you remember why she came over?
to see her mama,
See who?
to see me.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was just clarifying.
Yeah.
I'm showing you state's exhibit number 33. Is this your daughter's car here?
Yes. Yes, that's a call.
Did she kind of always park in front of your apartment complex?
Yes, she always do that, yes. Because a handicap, or she always park right there.
Yeah, it does seem to have the handicap side, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
she always park, because her screws in her feet.
Hey, Christine.
Did she have her kids with her that day?
Yes, yes, yes.
When she arrived, was it who all was there when she got there?
I'm not gonna even lie, they had a lot of people outside. When she came to me, she was with a friend of hers, so there was a couple of people coming with her, like she always had friends with her.
Was your son there?
Well, my son, he was in and out the door. He was in and out the door. Going, sit on the other side. He always would go sit on the other side of the apartments.
So
He'll go in and out.
was Christopher Keller there?
Talking to my son.
So they did know each other.
Hmm?
They knew each other, Christopher Keller and your son.
Yes.
How would you describe their relationship?
Good. Good. He'll come in the morning and he'll talk. You know what I'm saying? You know, they didn't have no bad relationship.
At some point, did Christopher Keller and your son get in an argument that day?
No, they didn't get an argument. No.
Did Christopher Keller shoot your son that day?
Yeah, I see him. Yes, he shot him. When I dug down, I didn't see him shoot him. I heard my son scream. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't. You know, I was bent down by the car when they both was passing bullets. They both were shooting at each other.
Who started shooting first? Was it Christopher Keller or was it your son?
To be honest, yeah, my son.
You think your son
Wait.
started shooting first?
His gun got jammed.
What?
So
Okay, so her son started shooting first. and his gun got jammed. Well, if her son is shooting first and not the defendant, that to me is self-defense. I suppose if his gun jammed right as he tried to use it, and the defendant then pulled out a gun and started shooting, but that jam could clear at any time. And for God's sakes, if you're going to carry a weapon, clean the gun. Make sure it's in working condition. But that's a problem.
Okay. When did his gun get jammed?
When you pulled it out.
If your son testified
That's
that he
true.
didn't start shooting until after other bullets
That
started
axe
getting
shot is a
shooting.
problem.
Yeah, the other bullets, I don't know about no other bullets. I know I just bent down. I heard bang, bang, bang. They both were shooting like the Wild Wild West. They both were shooting at each other.
So I'm just saying, so if your son had testified that he did not pull out his weapon until someone started shooting at him, that would have been wrong.
Not actually, like I'm trying to explain to you, that to be honest, when the shooting started, I was bent down by the car, and you heard pow, 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 pow. So when my son came from around the corner, before this all that, he was coming around the corner. They never passed words, they never said nothing. It was like the Wild Wild West. I heard bullets just shooting.
But you are aware that your son got shot.
Yeah, it's no.
Do you remember where he got shot?
The inner thigh. It went through the inner thigh and deep by the bone.
So if an officer had testified that he got shot in the butt and it went through his thigh.
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so. Yes, ma'am.
But kind of somewhere in that bottom area, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I mean, entrance and exit is kind of important. I guess it would have would have been helpful if we could have seen a good picture of the wound and the angle it took to decide. Because, if he's facing front, it went in through his thigh, out his ass. I guess I should be able to tell. But it really changes things. Come on.
Showing you safe exhibit number 68. Do you know whose car this is right here?
It was a young lady named something started with Kay something.
Would have been Kayla Garlington. Would that sound about?
I guess so. Yes, ma'am.
Do you know her at all?
No.
So you won't know this, so I'll let you know. All of these yellow markers are bullets and bullet cartridges from the person who was standing on that side of the vehicle.
Okay.
Who do you think was standing on that side of the vehicle? Do you think that was Christopher Keller, or do you think it was your son?
No. That was Chris.
Chris.
Mhm.
I'm showing you safe exhibit number 24. We've heard testimony from officers
Mhm.
that the bullet casings that came from your son's gun was number 1, which is right here, with this white car, and number 2, which is on the other side of that white car.
Mhm.
Would that sound about right to you?
Yes.
So you think, or do you know that when Christopher Keller started shooting, if your son ran or not?
No. When I got up, I was screaming and hollering. He was in the house on the floor when he got up, screaming. When I got up, because I was scared of what was going to interact with them, So when I got to him, he was on the floor in the park.
And he was screaming and hollering?
I was screaming and hollering. 'Cause at the time I was, drilling and pumping, you know what I'm saying? I was,
I ain't got time for that.
well, kind of really, just, I was going through something at the time, so it was like the words and stuff was blurry, everything was blurry and everything like that. And then by me being on my medication, it's also had my drilling pumping up.
Your son, how was he reacting after he got shot?
He was like, Mom, I'm okay. I don't want to press charges. I don't, he was just, oh,
So it
But-
didn't seem like he was in pain or anything?
So how did the gunshot victim respond to being shot? Oh, he said, Mom, I don't want to press charges, That was the first thing he said. He got a bullet through his ass, out his thigh. It nicked the tip of his dick. And his first response is, Ma, I don't want to press charges or nothing. Good Lord, this family is weird. They cannot. It's fine. I'll just walk it off,
no. He was just, I mean, he was like just laying there, not saying nothing. Said he wasn't gonna say anything, not talking, and he didn't say anything.
And you're not aware of any of the things that he said to police, are you?
No.
Like he got taken away by the ambulance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he got taken to the hospital
Yes, ma'am.
and he had to have surgery.
Oh, no. Surgery. I don't, but I didn't ride to the hospital till late, and they was like, he can talk for himself. So we don't need to talk to you. So by the time we got there, he was in a room, stitched up, and didn't say anything.
How tall is your son?
6'7".
Very tall.
6'7"?
Yes.
How tall do you think Christopher Keller is?
6. He's about 5'9", 5'10".
Okay. So I'm going to show you exhibit number 77 on this big screen, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
This is a surveillance video from the Valero across the street. If you need to come up, you can walk towards me and you can see it clear. If you can't see it, come there. But if this is your son here, this very tall human.
Mm-hmm.
This person seems about 6'7", 6'5", correct?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna object because she first didn't say that was her actual son. Maybe she can identify if that is her son. I object to leading in nature.
Sustain, rephrase your question.
Does the person in this video, this person, seem about 6'5", 6'7"?
Are you able to answer that? Are you able to answer?
No, I can't really. I mean, a hood with a white man. I don't know. I don't know. He look tall, but I don't remember my son having on a white hoodie.
A white hood. Uh-oh. What?
But this would be your apartment complex over
Yeah,
here.
that's man. You're right about that. You're right about that.
And that would be your daughter's vehicle right here, right?
Yeah, handicap.
Okay. And then this would be Caleb Garlington's car right here, right?
Yeah.
So at the start of this, is this about how you remembered that your daughter's car was parked here in the handicap spot at your apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
And then Kayla's car drives up Here, is that how you remember it?
Yes, I remember all this.
And then Kayla's car drives a little bit up. Is that about what you remember?
Remember her car standing in one spot.
Like, this man stays here over by this car while another man runs that way, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna show you Safe Exhibit 48. This is Kayla's car,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the 3 bullet holes on the top of her car that are kind of in a trajectory towards your daughter's car, right?
Yeah, I think I'm not done it for was in it's
And then Safe Exhibit number 32. This is your daughter's car, which had a bullet come in from this direction, and then a bullet come into the back of her car, right?
just showing pictures.
So that would be consistent with this video where the man on the side of this car shot this way towards that person running in this car, right? Your daughter's car.
I don't remember nobody running that way. I don't, to be honest, I'm not gonna sit around to the, on the, I don't remember nobody running that way. I don't remember somebody running straight.
Okay.
But I don't remember nobody running on this side of the building. I remember somebody running in front of my apartment. I don't remember being on the video right here, showing the dude running this way. No, my son ran in front of the apartment.
So if they ran that way,
No, my front apartment. See which the girl on?
Yeah.
Is that
well,
what?
they went that way, right? Up.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I'm just being honest. I remember him running straight forward. I don't remember him running on the going this way.
Okay. Well, let's just watch it again
Okay,
together, okay?
which is what the main time. I remember him running to the side. I remember not. I remember when he ran straight in front of the apartment, like I told you when it started shooting. I was being down. You see that black car?
Over here?
Yeah, I was being down. So when he ran, if he did run that side, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I seen him run that side. I didn't see him, right? I seen the flash right, him running in front of my apartment, and that's them see. Not gonna lie, I see him running on the other side. I didn't see him. I'm not gonna sit there and lie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we'll watch all of it. We'll see where it goes.
Okay. Okay.
Because it goes that way. And then it comes back and goes up past the apartment. Right?
Like I said, I didn't see him running that way. When I got up from the car, I see him by the apartment, by the front of my apartment. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see him running that way.
Okay. When you saw him, had the shooting stopped when he was running by your apartment? Had the shooting ended?
Yeah,
And no more shots after that.
no man.
And this happened what, like 2 years ago, right? It's 2025 now. It was 2023 then.
Yeah, basically, I've been to my day. Cataract surgery, I had got a couple of surgeries, so my mind is like until they showed me the video this morning, and it was like I was impaired on that. So it was a lot that I was going through.
Were you really terrified that your son had been shot?
I mean, I'd be terrified, but the only thing that I was asking him, is you okay? Is
Is
what
you
I'm
going to press
saying?
charges?
And your apartment was shot too, right?
Yeah, I got all in my window.
How do you feel about that?
There was nothing wasn't nothing I can do about it,
Good.
Do you want
These
to
are
hold
like-
the person accountable who shot your son and shot your window and endangered you and your daughter and your grandchildren?
Well, I paid to get the window fixed and my son, you know, I
Do you want to hold the person accountable who shot your son, who shot your window, shot your house, endangered your family? Oh, well, I already paid to fix the window. Yeah. The most nonchalant victim I've ever seen.
talked to him and he was like, Mom, we were both shooting at each other and
You aren't helping,
he
man.
didn't want to go through anything or, you know, I can't make him do anything that he don't want to do, you know, so. And it should have never really happened.
And to your knowledge, it was Christopher Keller that shot your son.
To my knowledge it was, but I didn't actually see him point the gun to him. But they was both shooting at each other.
I have no further questions of this witness, Sharon.
You want to keep it up.
This is just, it's so
Just
bizarre.
before they walked to the car.
Yeah, well, that's a lot harder than you think. So I need you to.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gilbert. Yeah, is that before the shooting?
Yes.
That's like
Okay.
that when we started in a minute. Ms. Guidry, you don't even recognize your son on that video because you don't even know that he was wearing white that day, do you?
Right, yes, sir.
You don't even think he was wearing white,
Honestly, to be truthful, no.
right? And you don't believe your son ran down that side of the road or going from here all the way down here. But kind of went around over in here.
Like I
She
was,
thought,
oh, you want to talk now?
when the state first started asking you questions,
Mhm.
you said there was no argument. You didn't see any argument between the two people,
No, they never argued.
and that there was not a bad relationship, or there shouldn't have been any bad blood.
No, they never had bad blood.
But you made the statement that he shot first, but his gun jammed. Remember making that statement? That was your son.
Yes.
Play the video, please. Why don't you take a look? See the gentleman in the black right here?
Yes.
And whoever that is in the white, looks like they're having words. Looks like they pushed each other, right? And the car pulls up. Looks like the man in the back, doesn't he look like he's trying to get away from him and going backwards? And the guy in the white's coming towards him and now he's backed up, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Right, turn it off. Hold on. You see him coming close?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's up at the front, whoever that is, and whoever that person is, go frame by frame, please, if you could. My friend's face. Frontwards, yep. See him, around the front, same stop. Go back. You can go back a little bit. Great. Okay, go ahead, go slow. See him right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. You can just go slow. There you go. Whoever it was still having words. Oh, you see his arm come up? Keep going. Keep going. Stop. He's bending, ducking from something, isn't he?
From the video, yes.
And you never saw him raise a gun at all. But something made him duck behind that car. You think that's when he might have saw someone pull out a gun had them and it jammed?
Most likely, yes. We'll go through it.
You see? What would you have done? If you were standing up, you would have ducked, wouldn't you?
Yes.
If you just didn't know. Doesn't it look like he was trying to protect himself right there, whoever it was, ducking from something? Would you agree with me?
I agree with you on that.
He was hiding from something. But you don't remember anybody running this way.
No,
Was it because when he ducked, you ducked?
I just,
You think that's about time?
yeah, I just, yeah,
Yeah.
I think it.
You knew there was gonna be a shootout at the OK Corral, didn't you?
What's okay, come on. Oh, maybe it was Tracy.
It's an old Western
Oh, that's.
shootout, cowboys. There, that's, well,
I'm still young, I know, that's all good.
did you know your son carried a gun?
Yes,
Why would he have to carry a gun?
because when he went to college in Austin, it was a high crime rate out there.
Wait, you guys don't know what OK Corral is? It's a famous historic site in Tombstone, Arizona, known as the gunfight at the OK Corral. Pulling up the exact details because it's been a long time since I read okay, involved lawmen including Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and Virgil and Morgan Earp against a group of outlaws known as the Cowboys. It's a very famous, like, old Western shootout. So
He wasn't used to that at these more crime out there.
So he carried a gun?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who picked up the gun
Oh.
by your apartment that evening? No.
God damn it, guys. Sorry.
To be honest, no. No, sir.
You didn't go out there and pick it up,
No, I don't touch no.
and you didn't instruct anybody to go out there and pick it up, did you?
No, no, sir.
You and I have never talked before, correct? Okay. I mean, like, you didn't come to my office before this trial and talk or anything like that, but you've been up to the DA's office, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes? You gotta say it because.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And you talked prior to today and today, correct?
Yes.
And went over your testimony, the questions they were gonna ask you, right?
No,
Or they didn't go over what you were gonna say?
no.
Well, sir, she said that the victim pulled out his gun and started firing first. I don't think she did a whole lot of witness prep, buddy. I'm just saying. I don't think a single witness in this entire trial has been prepped at all. The sister said the defendant, they broke up because he was in jail. I don't know. It's just,
And you don't remember your son even wearing white, do you?
Yeah, to be honest, like I said, I never
Jefferson.
done that.
But based on what you see today,
Mm-hmm.
that man right there is ducking from something. Agreed?
Agreed.
Pass the witness. Thank you, ma'am.
Any further comment?
Your excuse.
that's it.
Next.
May I approach him?
And she's
What's
got no
next?
more.
May I approach him?
That means, I guess you want to come up here? Come on up.
It was like 2:00 on Tuesday, and she didn't have any more witnesses. She has one more on day 2, so we're going to go to day 2.
Patio.
His attorney's the one we have.
There's no answer in the courtroom. I asked the bailiff to call into the hall patio.
Patio.
William Carter Patio Jr.
Oh, I think I got some of the morning docket. So oops.
Your tax too.
And the record shall show the jury is seated in the courtroom. All parties are present. Good morning to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. And we are ready to proceed. State.
State calls Kayla Garlington.
Kayla Garland.
David,
Yes, sir.
this is her last witness.
Where is she?
They're getting her good.
Oh, okay.
This
Come
one's
forward,
interesting too.
Come on. And raise your right hand. There you go. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Please have a seat. Thank you. And turn the microphone towards your voice. Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
2 things I'm going to tell you, which is what I tell every civilian witness. One is make sure you speak into the microphone so that we can all hear you, okay? And then every time I ask you a question, I'm going to need you to answer verbally. No head shakings, no uh-huhs, no nothing. Actually say a word, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Could you introduce yourself to the jury, please?
My name is Keller Garlington.
Do you know Christopher Keller?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you know Christopher Keller?
I used to date his sister.
Is he in the courtroom today?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you point to him and identify what he's wearing?
A white shirt.
May the record reflect you identified the defendant?
This on the left, I
Yes,
see
sir.
the other man's got a white shirt too. The one on the left.
Yes, sir.
The record shall show that the witness has identified the defendant.
Thank you. I didn't even look at what the other man was wearing. On October 3rd of 2023, did you see Christopher Keller?
Yes, ma'am.
Where did you see him?
And every place.
And before I start getting into this, you don't want to be here, right?
No, ma'am.
Yeah,
Of course not. These are the worst witnesses. This is why the prosecutor just out of law school got the case. That was the feeling I got, is she is very young. So they kind of just gave her a dog of a case. But I don't understand why the defense attorney wasn't like really going at the witnesses. None of the witnesses want to be there. They don't want to help the state. I don't understand why he's not just destroying them on cross. There's a lot to work with, it seems like.
took us forever to find you, didn't it?
Yeah.
You're only here because I subpoenaed you, right? Okay. So you saw him at Avery Trace Apartments.
Yes, ma'am.
Was anyone else there at Avery Trace Apartments?
Yes, ma'am.
Who else was there?
Kiara, Gidry, Shala, and Joseph.
How do you know those 3 people?
I know Kiara because we grew up together. But through her dad, I don't know her mom and brother like that.
So you're not really like friendly with Joseph or Shyla.
No, ma'am.
Are you friendly with Kiera or do you just kind of know her?
I just know
Are you friendly with Christopher or do you just kind of know him?
her. I'm friendly with.
So when did you first see the group of them at Avery Trace?
As I was driving out to leave, and I seen that they was having an altercation towards Chris, so I asked him, did he need a ride to get to his mama's house?
Did he take you up on getting a ride?
At first, no.
When they were having an altercation, do you know what they were having an altercation about, or were they just arguing?
They were just arguing when I pulled up.
Did how did the altercation go when you pulled up?
Chris started walking towards my car after I asked him, like he was still proceeding to come around the car. Shala was walking towards him and she was saying something to him and then she spit at him. And then from there, gunshots went off.
When gunshots went off, who was shooting?
Chris and Joseph,
Who shot first?
Chris,
Where was Chris when he started shooting? Do you remember?
on the side of my car.
On the driver's side of your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember what Joseph did when he started shooting?
No, because I took off running.
Okay, so you didn't see what Joseph did? Okay. Do you remember if do you remember telling police that Joseph took off running towards the west?
Yeah, he took off the same way I took off.
Okay, so you both took off running towards the west?
Is that yes?
Yes, sir.
It's okay. Yeah, you have to speak out. Thank you very much. Go.
How many shots did Chris get off before Joseph started firing back, do you think?
At least like 3 or 4.
Did you see Joseph get shot or did you just see Chris and Joseph shooting?
I didn't see Joseph get shot.
But did you hear about it later?
I had went around the house because they had said somebody had got shot. So when I went around the corner, Joseph was in his mama house laying on the ground.
After Chris, how many shots do you think Chris got off in total?
I really couldn't say because he wasn't the only one shooting.
So, how many gunshots do you think you heard in total? Do you know? Do you remember?
It was a lot.
Yes.
If I told you that this big stack of evidence is 19 bullets and bullet casings, would that about make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
After the shooting stopped, what did Chris do?
He was still trying to get in my car to try to leave, but I had told him no. After everything that happened, I couldn't try to bring him to his mama house no more.
Did he run off after that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know where he went or anything?
Just ran to the front of the apartment.
Do you know what he did with his weapon or anything?
No, ma'am.
Do you know what Joseph did with his weapon or anything?
No.
Were you still around when the cops arrived?
Yes, ma'am.
And you gave a statement and you were cooperative?
Yes, ma'am.
And your car had some damage to it, didn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
But you've decided you don't want to press charges on that, is that right?
No, ma'am, because I don't feel like he did it intentionally.
Like he didn't shoot your car intentionally?
No.
Do you feel like he shot his gun intentionally?
I mean, I feel like it was, if somebody spit on me, I'll react too, but I don't think it was intentional. I think he was just trying to protect himself.
Okay, from spit?
From all, it was 3 against 1 person.
I have no further
3
questions
against
at this
1.
point, Sharon.
I have a video for us.
It's up there,
So.
but I will plug it in and have you play it.
Yeah, you don't want me on your computer.
That is the court's computer, you can be on as much as you want.
I have erased everything. If you could just start at the beginning.
Counselor, he wants to pull up your
Hey, Chris,
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You were pulling in when this happened?
I was leaving my house.
You were leaving. You live over at Avery Trace?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you saw Chris waved you when to come over when you were pulling out, correct?
He never waved to me.
You remember giving a statement to the police at or about this time?
Yeah, but I never said he waved to me.
Folks, Judge. I showed you a copy of your written statement to help refresh your memory. Will you read to yourself the first 2 lines? Okay. When you gave the statement, did you tell the police that he was waving you down?
That's what he said, but I don't want to say that.
Well, let me approach again, Judge.
You said, that's what it says. She didn't remember saying that. What are you doing now?
This is your witness statement?
I said it.
Okay, and this was done at the time that this occurred?
Yes,
And this was to the Port Arthur Police Department?
yes.
Did you read your statement before coming today?
I watched the video.
You didn't read your written statement?
I never wrote a statement.
Okay. So you agree that you said Chris was waving me down? correct?
If that's what the paper said.
Well, that's what the paper said, so. And that's in your handwriting, correct?
I never wrote no statement.
All right. I approach again, Judge? Huh? Hold on. You're saying this isn't your handwriting?
No, sir.
There's initials.
That's my handwriting.
Are those yours?
Yeah.
And it's several places, right?
Yeah, but that's not my handwriting. They wrote the statement.
Those your, is that your initials?
I said, yes.
Okay. And right by where it says Chris was waving me down, is that your initials right there? So an officer wrote it for you, but then you must have reviewed it or whatever, and you put your initials at least two places, plus a signature on this written statement, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you start the video, please? I'd like you to see the video again.
Right.
Please. Then I get the pointer good. You stop right there, please. No, yeah, you blocked it. Push it over. Thank you. Oh, so this is your car right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's where everybody is around here, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Back start. You're still coming towards your car. That's when you said Chris came around near your car. And they're still arguing, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you moved up a little bit,
Yes, sir.
so. And now Chris is by you backing up.
Trying to get in my car because he was trying to leave.
Okay, so he was trying to leave him before the shots were fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and when did you leave? Is that you walking back? Was that you?
The person that ran.
Can you go back and just break order? Somehow, someday y'all put you can have this for me. Okay. So that's Chris. All right, go ahead. Good one. And he tried to get in the back, I guess, in the back. Keep going. What's that after you?
Go backward.
Yeah, I want to see what you got. Okay. So you left there even before the shooting or about that, but he tried to get in the back of your car to get away even before the shooting started.
Wait, is that a question
Yeah.
or are you testifying?
No, that's a question,
Okay,
Judge.
it didn't sound like a formal question.
Yeah, you tried to get, you went to get away or you ran away even before the shooting started.
No, I ran when I hit the gunshots.
Did you see him duck down? Did you
Him.
see him duck down by the?
Who was him?
Him, pronoun. She
Oh,
even asked
did you
his hand.
did you see Chris duck down by your car?
I ain't seen him.
Well, you saw it on the video, right? That he ducked
I
down?
seen on the video, there's no dick.
Okay. You testified that during this confrontation was 3 against 1, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that you saw Miss Guidry, the mother, spit at Chris.
Yes, sir.
Did you see Mr. Williams pull a gun out?
No, sir.
Did you see him point it and try to fire it and it jammed?
No, sir.
You weren't looking, you were running away.
Yes, sir.
You said that you really didn't know them, or did you just know the daughter?
I don't know the daughter. She used to stay at my grandma's house with us.
Don't even know the daughter.
I do know
You do know
her. Yeah.
her. You kind of knew her kind of well, didn't you?
Yeah, we grew up together.
Okay. Because you stated that when you ran, I guess you ran around the apartment?
I ran straight down him, you can see in the video.
Okay, but you ran right into the apartment, their apartment.
After the shooting and stuff, yeah, I went and checked on Joseph.
Okay, so you what, so how did you get there? I mean, did you run around the apartment or
No, I politely walked back once everything was done, once Chris was gone,
you politely walked back?
you know.
Politely.
And when you say you walked back, you come back through here and just walk through the front door? Or did you go around?
I walked to the front door.
And by that time, Chris was gone
Yes, sir.
and Joseph Williams was back in the apartment waiting for EMS.
Yes, sir.
There's been testimony after this all happened. Did you leave the facility or the apartment complex? After this all happened,
I went to my house.
you went to your house. Did you make any stops?
Nope.
Nothing at all.
Mm-mm.
Didn't stop at Walgreens?
I had to go to Walgreens because my cousin went to jail from him.
Oh, so you stopped somewhere.
That was after I got the call, I went home first.
So you went home first, okay. So you went home first and then,
I got a call that my cousin was about to go to jail.
okay, and was somebody released into your custody?
No,
Macron or Maron? Who's your cousin? What's your cousin's name?
my cousin was Marcus,
Marcus who, Young?
younger.
Okay, he's the one that had traffic tickets, right?
Yes, sir.
And wasn't there another or a young boy with him?
Yeah,
Right, did he get a ride home from you?
he got a ride home from my aunt.
Did you have your aunt with you?
My whole family was right there.
How did you get notified that he got stopped who notified you?
They had something to do with this case?
No, how did you get notified to go to Walgreens?
They my cousin.
Yeah, but who notified you to say that they were stopped at Walgreens?
My cousin Marcus called, and
Okay,
they was getting pulled over.
so as he was getting pulled over, he called you,
He wasn't the driver yet.
okay? And he said, come here because I think I'm going to jail?
That's exact word.
Seeing that you walked in front of the apartment to go into the Guidry's apartment, did you pick up a firearm?
No, sir.
Did you realize that the firearm was in the bushes in the front?
No, sir.
But you would agree with me that even though you may not remember, you stated that Chris was waving you down as you were leaving the apartment,
Yes,
correct?
sir.
That he was trying to get into your backseat of your car before the shooting started,
Yes, sir.
and that you saw three people against one, and you saw Mrs. Guidry, the mom, spit at him before this all went down,
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh. Mom's a
and
spitter.
him backing up, trying to get out of that situation.
Yes, sir.
Subject to recall, Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Do you remember telling officers that Joseph Williams didn't even take out his handgun until Chris had shot 4 to 5 times?
Yeah, I told him I hit his gun until after Chris had already shot him.
Oh.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, that was good redirect.
Ms. Garlington, when you gave the statement on October 3rd of 2023, did you ever mention in your statement that anybody pulled out any gun? Either Mr. Williams or Chris? You never said he never pulled out any gun, did you?
I don't remember.
You said that there were gunshots between Chris and Joseph, but you never said that Joseph never pulled out a gun, did you?
No, sir.
Yeah, not in your written report. And you did this that day. Officer wrote it out. You gave a statement. According to the state's questioning, you were cooperative, I guess, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
gave a statement and then initialed it twice, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nothing further, Joe.
Just to clarify, you gave that written statement to an officer, right?
On video.
Okay, so do you remember giving the written statement to a different officer?
I really.
Okay.
I don't remember.
But you gave a video interview to Detective Cater, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And he asked you a bunch of questions, is that correct?
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
And during that interview, you said who had shot first and all of those things. It was a much longer statement.
Yes, ma'am.
Have other questions, John?
Nothing further, Judge.
Your excuse, ma'am. Thank you. Next,
At this time, you're on your state rests.
what says defense?
I need a couple of minutes, Judge.
How much is a couple of minutes,
I
really?
need to talk to my client.
15, 20?
And not even that, 10 minutes is fine.
Okay, break, ladies and gentlemen, 10, 15 minutes. Thank you very much. Everyone else remain seated while the jury. We are in recess. This is Christopher Keller.
We have something to put on the record before.
Hold on. Go ahead.
So he's not
Did you swear?
gonna-
Statement you make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand. Thank you.
For the record, could you state your name, sir?
Christopher Keller.
And Christopher, you've been in this trial, so has rested their case in June. It is now our turn to put on any evidence that we may have at this trial, you understand?
Yes, sir.
One of the things that now you have an opportunity to testify or not to testify, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now, that's a decision that you'd have to make, and we've talked about it at length, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have an absolute right to take that stand and testify and tell the jury your side of the story.
Yes, sir.
You also have an absolute right to remain silent. That is not take the stand. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you decide that, the jury will get an instruction from the court that because of your failure or your decision not to testify, they cannot take that into consideration in their deliberation of finding you guilty or not guilty. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, have you made a decision of whether or not you'd like to testify or not?
I don't like to testify. I wouldn't like to testify.
You do not want to testify?
No, sir.
Okay, in making that decision, was it based on conversations between yourself and myself, you
No.
and me?
No, that's a decision I chose myself.
Yeah, but we talked about it,
We
right?
talked about it.
And no one has forced you to do that, correct?
No, sir.
You've done it freely and voluntarily,
Yes, sir.
no promises, nothing, and you've made this decision based on everything that's occurred.
Yes, sir.
Nothing further, Jeff.
Bring the jury in. Thank you.
I mean, this prosecutor's about as green as can be. I wouldn't be that afraid of her cross.
Rested. What says defense?
This time, Your Honor, the defense rests.
There, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, both parties have now rested. The court doesn't know what's going to happen until you hear it and I hear it. So what this means is I'm going to have to finalize a jury charge that the court has been working on. It's going to take me a little bit of time. I'm going to ask you to relax, stretch your legs for about 30 minutes. And then report back outside. And if we can get that charge finalized, then I can read the charge, the lawyers can make final arguments, and then y'all can begin your deliberations on this case. Okay, thank you for bearing with us, and take a break and relax. And also there's a place downstairs that's open, the Honeybee Ham. I think it has coffee and
Ooh.
things like that. Thank you for your patience. Everyone else remains seated while the jury.
Honeybee ham. Open 9 to 6 on the first
All right,
floor of the
On the
courthouse.
record, we now recall cause number 23 CR 176 in the state's attorneys. The parties have rested. They're submitted a proposed jury charge.
Okay, they're going to dick around with jury instructions. I'm going to skip to closing. Come on.
Offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon is charged in form of payments. What's say? Under the rules, the state of Texas may open and close final arguments. What says the state?
We waive our right to open, but reserve our right to close.
Defense,
Ms. Gordon, Counselor. First off, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and listening to the evidence. In reference to trials, though you hurry up and wait and have to wait while we do things that are probably legally necessary, this has been a very fast trial. It's not much to this case, and we only had several witnesses testified, but we also have a video that you can go back and look at. If you didn't get a sense when we were sitting here Monday afternoon, basically what I was trying to tell you during voir dire was that we wanted you to do your job, good, bad, indifferent, guilty or not guilty. And what I told you was that I was looking for 12 people that would be unbiased and fair, that would listen to all the evidence 150%. Go back there and make a decision. Let's put it on the table and you all decide. The other thing is, and we talked about a little bit, and I mentioned it, was that I feel, and I think a lot of people, some people don't, that when the state has the burden of proof to prove each and every element, along with each and every element, I categorize it as the totality of the circumstances. What is behind that? They've alleged that Chris has used deadly force. Well, the totality of the circumstances isn't as cut and dry as I hope that you might have seen now during the testimony. That there were other factors, other outside influences that affected what happened. And what makes this case kind of unique, though has not been the first time, if you do this long enough, that this has happened, that after the dust is settled, after everybody has gone their way and you realize it's been almost 2 years, no one wants to get involved anymore. No one wants to say anything. No one wants to do anything. Even to the point where someone's actually shot and says, I don't want to be here. It's over. It was a spat. We should never have done it. Okay? Doesn't make sense, but it is. The state has made a point to say, look what, and look how many shots that, and it appears that it came from Chris down there in reference to the shooting. It also shows where, and through his own admission, Mr. Williams, the complainant, also shot back. Mr. Williams doesn't know who, when, where, or how anybody did it. The only thing he knows was he was running, heard shots, felt whatever it was, and then decided to start shooting wherever he was. Well, that may not have been the truth. What I saw, and of course, what I see, and my argument and the state's argument is not evidence, it's just comments, and I point out what I think is the important parts that I think I'd ask you to focus on when you go and deliberate, just as the state is going to tell you what they think parts you have to. Well, what I want to take into consideration is once, if you piece it all together in reference to all the witnesses and the evidence and everything else, what you have is an argument. What you have is somebody that has been dating someone for 17 years and probably considered married, not married, common law, whatever it was. They loved each other, hated each other, depending on what day it was. But it is what it is. They really didn't talk any bad about Chris after somebody shooting a family member. I guess they still liked him and loved him. Don't know. But as you guessed through the witnesses, one witness says it was 3 against 1.
The state had the option to go first, but she waived her closing argument, the first one, and she's just going to go after him. For whatever reason, she didn't want to give one first. Oops.
One. So there were three family members that you have to take into consideration, the Guidrys and Williams against Chris. And you saw that. You see that there. Of course, Mr. Williams doesn't want to say he was wearing white, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist. You have to use your reason and common sense. It's right here in the chart. So that's not a rocket scientist. So you know there's a fight and you know there's words. But as you look at that, and I pointed out was that during several times, who's backing up? Who's backing up and who's not going towards them in an aggressive manner? That gentleman right there. As you look, he first goes over to the car. Now we know why he's going over to the car, though she really didn't remember, but was in her statement. He's waving to her to come over to come pick him up. Why would you wave, hey, come over here? That's what she said at the time back in October 3rd. All right, so he wants out of there. He knows what's going to happen. I want out. And as you can see, the people are standing on the passenger side of the car, and he walks over away to the driver's side. There's a conversation there, and I would submit to you, get me out of here. Well, why do I say that? Because also in the video, what you see is him opening up the back door. Now, these people are street smart, okay? They've been around. They know. She doesn't want anything to do with it. Oh, no, you're not getting in my back car. Stay out. I know what's fixing to happen. But he tried to retreat. And that goes to the self-defense issue that I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. But he's trying to get out of there. And what did she say? You ain't getting in my car. No. He slammed, door closes. So what do you see then? He goes back to the front, and there's another confrontation between the guy in the white and him. Now the question is, and the state keeps harping on it, who shot first? Well, in reality, probably Chris did. Okay, but why? Mamas don't lie. Especially, I'm kind of surprised because it's her child that was shot. What did this Guidry say? Her son pulled the gun, pointed it, and it jammed. Now, how do we know that? Well, we didn't get it from Williams because he didn't do anything except run. That's all he was doing. He was running. He didn't even know what he was wearing that day. Okay. But when you look at that video, you see him hunched down in the front by the fender, and he hunches down. Why would anybody hunch down unless, oh, I'm fixing to get shot? And you remember what I did to Miss Guidry? And what was her reaction? Oh, whoa, wait a minute. He knew what was going to happen. He knew exactly what Williams did. And Williams would have shot first if it didn't jam. Mama said it jammed. Well, what do you do when the gun jams? You run. Run, Forrest, run. Forrest Gump. What did
What? You run. Boy.
I understand you were wounded. Where were you hit?
In the buttocks, sir.
Oh, that must be a sight. I'd like to see that.
Oh, I'm going to lose all ad revenue for this stream, but I don't care. That was so worth it to play that clip again. Thank you. I did not listen to this closing in advance, so thank you for doing it. I had that clip ready to go, and I did not even plan to use it twice. But thank you, sir.
he do? Fell for safety. He ducked down, got up, started shooting. Now, I want you to remember too, because I asked questions, that it wasn't that he was down the road and he started shooting. Okay? You need to take a look at the picture. Because what he did was, this car is right next to each other, 10, 15 feet according to the detective. The window that was
I got another one.
Right now. Oh, shit! Ah, you motherfucker! The next one will kill you. Oh, son of a bitch! You shot me in the ass. Okay, wait. Okay. All right, look.
So many good clips out there.
hit is over here. So he's shooting across the car, not down the road. So the shots were fired because the window was broken. Remember, the state brought it up. There's the broken window in the Guidry apartment. There's the car right next to him. Okay, and he ends up down here. So it wasn't like, oh, you run down there, let me do some target practice. It was right there over the hood of the car, and it shows because the window is broken and you see it right there. And then put insult to injury. What did we hear from Miss Garland? That she remembers Mama spitting at the defendant. Now, if that's the only thing we had, I would tell you he was not justified in using deadly force, because you can't do that. That's not going to kill you, spit.
Mama's a spitter.
But when someone pulls out a gun and pulls the trigger, and the point that Mama knows that jammed, you know he pulled the trigger. You know it, because she didn't have to say that. You will get an instruction in reference to self-defense. And it goes through. It is a defense. Conduct is justified by law. Force is justified using against another to the degree he reasonably believes the force is immediately necessary. Click. I think that's almost immediately necessary, just because it misfired. Justified. In addition, a reasonable person in this situation would not retreat. Well, he did try to retreat, and it indicated that. So you don't have to consider that. A reasonable person would try to retreat, and that's what he did. He tried to get away, flag a car down to get a ride, go over and talk to the passenger, go back. Still, Williams is going after him, tried to get into the back seat before any shots at all were fired. And then his reaction of ducking down behind the fender, knowing I just got shot at, but it jammed. Not knowing what's going to happen the next second. And number two is, to the degree he reasonably believes that the deadly force is immediately necessary. I don't know how immediate and how necessary we can show it. Thank God it didn't go off, because it would have been point blank right at him. Couldn't have missed. Right at him, because you see it in the video how close they are. If that's not immediate and necessary, heaven help us all. I believe as you read this, it's the second page, which is the instruction on self-defense charge, that we have met the burden of the state in reference to the self-defense. We're not here to decide whether it's good law or bad law here. It is whatever the law is on October 3rd, 2023 that you must take into consideration. Good laws, bad laws are meant for the legislature, and that's to enact. But there's a reason why they put self-defense in there. And this is the perfect case for that. Do I agree that any argument, especially family, should be settled with guns? No. And you can tell it didn't start out that way, because they were arguing. Because they like to argue. I guess they love to argue and then make up. But Mama was there, and brother was there, and he was outnumbered. But it clearly shows he was trying to get out of there. He was trying to get away before a gun was pointed at him. And he had to take the action that he did. I ask you to go back. It is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. It is something that I told you, and it's just my comment, that when you walk out of here, guilty or not guilty, that you feel good about what happened. It is not anything to be sad or disappointed if the state has not met their burden. And even if they did, if you agree that it was self-defense. You might not agree with their lifestyle and you might not agree with how they try to settle arguments. And I don't think a gun and an argument and anything, especially in family situations, is prudent, wise, and it never leads to anything good. Thank God no one was killed. But in this case, ladies and gentlemen, it was self-defense. Because you see that right there. Clear as day. Clear as day. And in this case, as the last sentence in this jury instruction that you're going to get says, it is your duty to see that justice is done. That's what you're charged to do, and that's what you took an oath to do. And in this case, you're, ladies and gentlemen, it is not guilty based on self-defense.
Joseph Williams got shot in the ass.
State of Texas.
Thank you, Your Honor. I brought you guys plenty of people. I brought you officers to testify about the physical evidence, and then I brought you actual witnesses. Every single person that saw something there, I brought you. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All right. Here, let's talk about her for a minute. She's dated the defendant. Probably will still date the defendant. No matter the outcome of this. She
She's
doesn't
still
want to
dating
testify
him.
against him, right? It took me asking her, I don't know how many times, for her to finally admit that she told the officers that Christopher Keller shot her brother. At no point
So
in her
that's
testimony
why.
did she say her brother shot first.
They're still together.
And she's protecting him, right? That entire time she was protecting him. And when we brought up her kids, she didn't want to talk about where they were because she knew that they were in danger when he was shooting and she didn't want to admit it. Joseph Williams, my victim, he testified. Again, extremely unwillingly. Unwilling to admit that he even knows Christopher Keller. Unwilling to admit that he knew exactly who shot him. However, he wasn't willing to say that Christopher Keller didn't shoot him. He wasn't willing to go that far. And he wasn't willing to go far enough to say that he pointed a gun at him.
Hold on.
Well,
Help the jury. Your last statement was he pointed a gun at him.
Joseph
Thank you.
Williams said,
good Lord, sir,
he
you're
did not
bailing her
pull
out.
his weapon until shots
Come on,
had already
Judge.
been fired. Remember that? That's what he said. His weapon had not been pulled out until after someone started shooting at him. Also, not really willing to admit that his mom could have been shot, his sister could have been shot, his niece and nephew could have been shot, that everyone was being put in danger. This is the middle of the day. Unwilling to admit that. But will tell you that he did not pull out his firearm until later, and that Christopher Keller might have been the one that shot him, but he just doesn't know him. Charlotte Gidry, mother of both of them, also protecting Christopher Keller. All family, right? And what she says is she thinks her son might have, but she doesn't really know because she was ducked down and just in fear. And she didn't really see anything and it was all a blur and everything just happened and everyone was shooting and she just doesn't know, right? But then we get to Kayla Garlington, who doesn't know the three of those people, has no real connection to them, just kind of knows them from around, but is friends with the defendant and does know him. What was her testimony? Christopher Keller took out his firearm and started shooting 4 to 5 times before Joseph Williams ever took out his handgun. She says Christopher Keller started shooting because Shyla Guidry spit on him. That was her testimony. And her testimony actually matches the physical evidence that we have, right? Remember when this all starts, everyone's over here, right? At the front of the car, and we have the defendant, Christopher Keller, right here on the driver's side. What happens? Something makes Joseph Williams run this way, over here towards this car, and down, right? And Kayla Garlington also runs. Now, what does the physical evidence show? The physical evidence shows that this window was shot, probably as Joseph was running this way. The car was shot, and this car was shot right here. And where was Joseph Williams shot? In his butt, as he was running away.
In his butt.
This man was no longer in danger. Nothing was happening to him. In fact, someone was retreating, was running away from him, and he was shooting at him. That's not self-defense. You don't get to shoot at someone who's running away from you. You don't get to shoot at someone who's in fear for their life and retreating. And at no point did this man ever try to retreat. Kayla Garlington, his friend, testified that she offered him a ride and he didn't want it at that time. She offered to make the fight stop, to drive him away and go. And he didn't take
I
it.
didn't hear any testimony reference that she tried to drag him away and go.
Right. Overruled. The jury will recall the evidence, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have been listening and paying attention intently, and that's your job, is to recall the evidence and apply the evidence to the law as the court has given to you. Go ahead.
You'll also see on the video that at some point, Christopher Keller does walk to the back of the car, and Joseph Williams walks this way. And you'll see Christopher Keller run at him. And then Joseph Williams runs away towards the west. That's not someone retreating. That's someone starting something. And you being spit on is not justification for you to pull out your weapon and start shooting. You being spit on is not justification for you taking out your firearm and just spraying bullets
And spit.
at an apartment complex in the middle of the afternoon. What was the testimony from the officers? These two casings were from the victim. These two. And where were they found? They were found over here by the white car when it shows up. Over here. If Christopher Keller had already started shooting over here and the victim's gunshots are over here, who do you think started it? His gun couldn't have jammed if he did manage to shoot. And no one's arguing that Joseph Williams shot twice. We have the evidence that he did. How many times did the defendant shoot? Well, if there's 19 and only 2 of them belong to the defendant, 17. That's not someone trying to defend themselves. That's someone trying to kill someone. Joseph Williams should be very happy that that man is a terrible shot. He's so very lucky to have only gotten shot in his butt and for it to come out his thigh. Doesn't want to admit to the fact that he had to have surgery. Doesn't want to admit to any of it. Because he's lucky that nothing happened to him, and now he wants to protect this man. Or maybe they're afraid of him. Maybe they think that something might happen for their testimony. I don't know. What I can tell you is that they weren't honest with any of you. That they didn't even want to admit that this is the video of the shooting. I would ask them small questions and they would agree with me until they realized where those questions were going, and then they wanted to backtrack it, right? That video shows you everything. It doesn't show you the gunshots, but it shows you what happened. It shows you a man that was not retreating. It doesn't show Joseph Williams pull a gun, but it does show Joseph Williams is running away when he got shot. Would a reasonable person continue to shoot someone who is running away from them? Is there danger at that point? I would argue no. Just because these people don't want to hold this man accountable doesn't mean that we can't. Charlotte Guidry referred to Avery Trace as the OK Corral. Granted, she didn't understand what Mr. Burbank was saying, but she still said it. And she's right, it is the OK Corral. People just do shootings over there all the time. And we need to hold them accountable for that. We need to stop this violence. It is not okay for you to get in a verbal argument with someone and to just start shooting. It is not okay. And that's not what we want for our community. And the last thing I want to point out to you is the fact that who was there when the police showed up? It was the victim, right? He had been shot. He was there. EMS was called. When he was standing in there for surgery, he said he wanted to prosecute, that he wanted to follow through with it. That C had shot him, being Christopher Keller. He was willing to admit that much when he was facing surgery, when he thought he was in danger. I can't tell you what made him change his mind on prosecution. I don't understand why he wouldn't want to hold that man accountable. I don't understand why they wouldn't want to hold someone accountable who put their nieces and nephews and grandchildren at risk. I mean, they literally shot through an apartment. But you know who wasn't there when the police arrived? Christopher Keller. He didn't stay to be like, he pointed a gun at me, man, and I didn't know what to do, so I started shooting. That's not what happened, right? He didn't claim that it was self-defense. He just ran. And why do people run from the police? Because they know they did something wrong.
Whoa.
And it's up to the 12 of you to hold that man accountable when the people he hurt won't. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this time I am passing the jury charge to the bailiff. Please step down from the jury box, follow the bailiff into the deliberation
Okay,
room.
so-
We will wait your verdict. Alternates only, by law, only 12 jurors are allowed in the jury deliberation room. We're going to ask you if you'd be so kind, hold vigil outside and wait. There have been times when alternates had to replace jurors during the course of the deliberation. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your time. And please wait outside close by.
So verdict now.
And we recall cause number 23, DCCR 1768, the state of Texas versus Christopher Keller. The defendant is present with his attorney and the state's attorneys. The court has received a message from the jury that the jury has reached a verdict in this case. Please bring the jury in and we will accept the verdict. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the record shall show that the jury is in the courtroom. Mr. Peters, I believe you are the jury foreperson. We have received a message from the jury that the jury has reached a verdict in this case. Is that so, sir?
That's correct.
Is this verdict a unanimous one? That is one that is agreed upon by all members of the jury?
Yes, sir.
Do any of the jurors disagree with your foreman's representations? No disagreement. is indicated, it does indeed appear to be unanimous. If you would be so kind, pass the documents to the bailiff. You may be seated. I will review for proper form and publish the verdict. Thank you. In cause number 23 CR 1768, the state of Texas versus Christopher Keller, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon as charged
What?
in the indictment. And this is signed by the foreperson. It is made a part of the record for all purposes. You may be
Wow, that is messed
seated.
up.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I've just received your verdict finding the
Wow.
defendant
I
guilty.
do not
this
see
offense
that
as
at
alleged in the
all.
indictment. And this brings us to a close of the phase one of this bifurcated trial. Please let me repeat, you are still under the same instructions that the court has given to you up through this time. And at this point, there's another portion that needs to be read from the indictment.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm going to ask the state of Texas to read into the record
And his dick.
paragraph 2 of this indictment. Go ahead.
And the grand jurors aforesaid, upon their oaths aforesaid, do further present in and to said court at said term that before the commission of the primary offense, the defendant was finally convicted of the felony of burglary of a habitation, second degree, on April 22nd, 2020, in cause number 16-24356 in the 252nd District Court of Jefferson County, Texas.
Christopher Keller, you've heard the reading of paragraph 2 of this indictment, which alleges that you have previously been convicted of burglary of a habitation in cause number 16-24356 in the 252nd District Court of Jefferson County, Texas. How do you plead to that allegation, sir? Is that true or untrue? True. Or are you pleading true to that allegation voluntarily and because it is true as it is alleged?
Yes, sir.
You may be seated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, we have completed phase one, the first phase of this trial. And that brings us to the second phase, which is the punishment phase of the trial. And again, you are under all the instructions previously given to you. Now, let me see the lawyers up here for just 1 second, please. Thank you.
So, yeah, they're going to go into the sentencing phase that happened today. I'm not sure if I was able to download it. I'll have to check, but I'll find out what he ended up getting. Jury's going to jury, basically. I mean, they pretty much always convict. That was a very weak case. Very disappointing, but I'll find out what he got and let you guys know. Well, oh, you looked it up already, Scott? You only got 5 years. That's not too bad. You'll be out in 2 or 3. How long did they deliberated for like 4 hours? Thank you, Scott, very much. They came back with a verdict yesterday, and I was thinking they were out for so long that there was at least one. They were at least talking about it, but he got the absolute minimum. Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, that's something, I guess. I do wonder what the factor was for the jury to come back. Did they think that the defendant threatened them or something weird? But I mean, if they got the minimum, that's really good. So it could be worse. All right, I'm going to end now. I think Sean's going. I don't think he is the stream up, but potentially criminal. Yeah, it doesn't have the stream up, but Sean's going at like 8:30 for his crime stream. Well, yeah, I'm sure he's not happy with 2 years in prison, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. But yeah, everybody, you'll want to be there tonight for Sean's stream, because I think there's going to be a surprise that'll be revealed. Sean is silly and doesn't have his stream up, but I'll post the link in chat just in case. 9:30. Thank you, guys. I will be back tomorrow, guys, at 10 o'clock Eastern for Courtroom Roulette, and we shall go from there. Thanks, everybody. I shall see y'all later.